Hello everybody and welcome back to Dedmek Plays the Banner Saga. We are currently in a creepy forest. Yeah. An old man sits astride an overgrown portion of the trail. You lost, you ask? He adjusts the leather strap on his head and says, No, are you? He jumps up and shuffles over the caravan, his tattered clothes revealing no weapons. Well, I've seen better, the old man says, peering into the supply wagons. But I'll join you. I'll say you've seen better. We've got 2 days of supplies. Stands next to a fire, throws his beard over his shoulder, and puffs up his chest. The fighter grins, and the stranger exhales, asking, What are we waiting for? Lead the way. Well, you're welcome to join if you can keep pace. Keep pace? No fleeter than old Unar. And husband, mind your wives, I'm cursed with the golden tongue, not silver. The caravan enjoys a good laugh as they start moving once again. I didn't even add somebody to our clansmen. Anyway, we're about to starve, so I mean... Yeesh. Shouldn't have waited so long. As you're about to head off to sleep for the night, Onuf pulls you aside. I have a couple concerns I want to talk to you about, he says, in private. You find a quiet place to talk. What's on your mind? How well do you know the people that have been traveling us? How many strangers are in the caravan now? The group decides, not just me. Don't fool yourself, Rook, it's mostly you. I've been watching folks since I joined you. Your companions from Skogar, they're loyal. I mean, it seems pretty clear that they died to protect you. I suppose I'd do the same. We'll have the Varl. You don't even know half those warriors. There's only 36 of them. I could maybe get their names. I don't know. You're telling me they have no problem following a man's orders now? After everything that happened in Einertolf? I trust Ivor to handle it. He's fearless, I'll give you that. But look at him. He's run ragged. He can't be there all the time. What happens the first time the Varl don't do what you tell them? If Krumir gave the word, I guarantee at least half would follow. Let's be honest, they could take this caravan at force any time. By force. Onif, did you get replaced by Ekkel at some point? If they wanted to. What do you suggest? Let's just growing some balls instead of hoping it all works out, Rook. They're not the biggest problems, Rook. There's a Minder with us. A Minder who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Myself, I think we looked out when this Minder didn't show up in Sigarholm. Ivan's just the apprentice? When the depths his master are capable of? Think about it, Rook. What do you really know about Ivan? I heard they were found practically dead in the middle of nowhere when the dredge started showing up. Then an enormous sharp shows up in Eidertolf, tearing the world in half, takes one look at Ivan and bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Minder Council. How does that make any damn sense? Ivan could have taken control long before now. A shrewd man with ambitions can be very patient. I'm grateful for what you've done to get us this far, Rook. But it's always been about trust. And it's time for us to part ways, so to speak. Nothing personal. Suddenly you gasp for air. What the fucking dickwad? Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. Gasp again. There's a bird whistle and the camp becomes a blur of motion. Onuf's fire from floss filler cut and leap in action, cutting people down. As Oddleaf turns to fire on the men, Onuf runs her through, pulls a blade from her back without even breaking a stride. She drops like a sack of flour. In one clean motion, the babe then takes Eggle in the throat before... The fuck is this shit? You rise from your feet through your pain. Eggle and Oddleaf are dead. Somehow you find the strength and cleave the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lung might be punctured. Onuf clutches Alette's wrist, amidst the commotion, tosses her boat aside, and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours across the campsite. No, her lips say, though you can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you and as Ivor steps into view, as fearsome as you've ever seen him. I mean, they just straight up killed 2 characters. I mean, I never fucking used them, so I don't give a shit. But, Christ. This straight up fucking killed him. And Eggle's the loyal one. What the fuck is this bullshit? Everyone would have expected this. Well, I'm put in a weird position here, because taking Hogan without Mogan is just fucking weird. Did they take all the items that I had equipped on them as well? God, this is bullshit. Oh well. I'm glad getting stabbed in the ribs with a punctured lung is only injured for 1 day. I still feel weird taking Hogan and not Mogan. Weird. We are so gonna kick the shit out of them. Oh, well, I put Nid behind one of the big guys, but she can't do that. So, instead, I'm just going to do something like this. We could pincer the big guys, wall the little guys. shield wall's pretty helpful, too. Alright, you do your thing. Wait, actually, you know, shit. Now I kind of want to undo that and check my other options, but oh well. Willpower actually started off not horrible this fight, probably because I rested for so long. Well, she's screwed. There we go, full armor. I ever don't give a shit. Ow, damn backbiters. I suppose I should know from experience. Is that the Onef I know? No, that's just a generic backbiter. Okay, whose turn is it? Whose toin is it? You know what? Move up a little bit. Send an arrow into him. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. Ow, they're all ganging up on him. Stop. Those guts do again. Knocks back adjacent units to 2 spaces, doing strength damage. Oh yeah, guts was like really good, I seem to remember. Yeah, it's like a fucking badass golf hit. Ow. Fucking my shit up, bro. Krumir doesn't even need to use willpower, probably because she had less strength, but whatever. Dude, they're fucking it up. Oh, but this guy's screwed. No, don't use Bloody Flail. That's only good against armored opponents. This is your basic attack is good. We're massacring them. Oh, Rook got his shit beat, but whatever. Their archers are all dead. Damn, that actually hurt a little bit. Let's move her up a little bit. Let's put Prelude. Whatever. Let's do some armor breaking. Like a lot of armor breaking. Bang! I don't like that. Oh, well, now she's gonna be useless the rest of the fight. Great. Oh well, you just lost one of your dudes. Ow! Backbiter done bit. Bad. Right. Pow! Ow, that actually hurt. What a jerkwad. I've got more willpower than I know what to do with. The horn is all full. Everyone's all willpower full. You know what? You just finish his defenses off. Ow, that's gotta hurt, emotionally speaking, when you can't damage somebody. What'll come next will hurt, though. Don't you guys worry about that. Well, I see one guy who's dead. Ow, ow. Yep, I see another guy who's... So let me just do a little bit of that. There we go. Gonna get hurt pretty bad. Bow! He's not gonna be doing much the rest of the game. Alright, and then you just hit hard. One less, but I mean, what you gonna do when the cops come for you? I feel like I've been referencing a lot of songs lately, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Anyway, this guy's dead. How dead is he? Dead by 10 points of overkill is how dead. Man, I should have made it by 13, just put more willpower into it. I was totally not expecting betrayal from Onef. Ekkel, maybe, but Onef? Shit, man. Oh, awesome. Morale's pretty good considering what's happening. Where's the lit? Shouts Ivor, tearing through the nearest bandit, but you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle raging behind you. In a haze of pain, you start to think you've lost their tracks. Then you hear Olette screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You tear for the trees. In a small clearing, Olette lies with her back against a tree. Her hands and clothes are covered in blood. She stares vacantly ahead, unblinking. Fuck, man. Beside her is the body of Onuf, an arrow buried in his right eye as if placed there by hand. She looks in your direction and then at Onuf. I killed him, she says. Well, you killed Dredge before. That's not that different. Pretty fucking different. Alette, are you alright? You cringe as much from the pain as the appearance of Alette after her bloody struggle with Onuf. No, I'm not hurt. I have no choice. Dad, your chest, you're bleeding. He looks okay. And his cloak's red, but, I mean, other than that, he's fine. Suddenly, she's at your side, putting pressure on the wound. I can fix this. Where's my needle? Oddleaf, anyone? Ivor, I found them! Hey! Speaking of weaving and sewing, here's a mender. Just as your sight goes black, you see Ivor, and Alette. That sounds like, there's a good sound to it. He's gonna make it? Your eyes open to the sound of Alette's voice. Normally a wound like that. I only hope I did enough. I'll live. Dad! Alette stops herself from hugging your bandaged chest, pulling your head to her instead. The words come out easier than you expected. Oddleaf? It's a good thing Ivan was there. She was gonna pull through, though it was a nasty wound. I managed to kill most of the traitorous sons of bitches, and the rest fled into the woods. There were a lot of people I couldn't save. You did everything you could, Ivan. Also, you sounded awfully sing-song when you said that. Nobody expects you to raise the dead. Ivan frowns deeply, putting a hand to his forehead. Why did Onef do this, Rook? He was talking to you right before it happened. Thought my leadership would get us killed. Utter bastard. All this time we had no idea. Ekkel killed a good half dozen of Onef's men by himself. He told me Onef was running Frostfiller the whole time. He left Frostfiller behind when he saw a better opportunity. Guess that relationship is over. Ekkel was always just the barking dog you put in the yard to find out who your enemies are. Huh. It was no accident Onef went after those of us from Skoger. He must have thought with us gone, he'd take the banner and the rest would fall in line. Or at worst, they'd take all the supplies for themselves and leave the rest as dredge bait. We have to be more careful. We can't just let anyone join the caravan anymore. Where do you draw the line, Ivor? I don't know, Rook. I really don't. None of this changes the fact that Bellower is out there somewhere, following us. The swamp around Sigurholm might buy us some time, but we've got to keep moving. Body aches all over, but Ivor's right. The road calls. Caravans are already starting to pick up camp. Pick up camp. Pick up camp. Me. Hey, this is the banner I had put on me. Hey, it's Onef. That seems appropriate. Hey, we're starving to death, so we can't rest here. Let's talk to these characters. Look, who it is! Still not dead! How are things, Rook? I can never guess with you, Ekkel. I heard when you helped us drive off the traitors when Onef attacked us. It always leaves me wondering, what's your deal, man? I'm not so hard to understand. Why don't you try asking instead of telling? And he's crazy. Look at his eyes. God, look at those eyes. Why didn't you warn us about Onef? Didn't I? How many times did I have to call him a traitor before you got the message? What did you want me to say? Watch out, Onef's gonna murder your whole family. He didn't fill me on the details. It was always like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to convince you to off me. But listen, I don't need to know, so keep it to yourself. Wow, this is actually kind of an interesting twist here. Why'd you stick with him? I don't know, Rook. Family makes you do weird things. You know what the worst part is? We became kin when he married my sister. She died of a fever one night, but she didn't. She wasn't sick. He killed her. I don't know why he did. He just felt like it. I was so furious. I got so angry that I wanted him to beg. I could kill him without a second thought, but that wasn't enough. I want him to feel sick about it. Puke his guts out. And somehow that turned into overtime. He never cared, and I gave up and did what he wanted. I don't know how it happened. But when I attacked you in Frostfiller, guess I'll just say it wasn't my idea. You're welcome to stay with us. Had no plans to go anywhere. So you're gonna let me walk around with my own axe and everything? Doesn't mean I'm not watching you. I can accept that. You're a good man. I need to get going. And I need to take a piss. You're not the only busy man around here, you know. You shake your head as Ekkel steps away from the camp. Okay, let's see how Oddleaf's doing. How's the wound? You notice Oddleaf rinse as she rises. It's doing a lot better. Sorry, that was a bad voice. When I saw it happen, I thought for sure, well, I'm really glad You would have missed me, Rook. She smiles. Without Ivan, that's all you could have done. Instead, you'll have to put up with my crap a little longer. Still aches like you wouldn't believe, though. Oh, maybe you would. Heard you took a stabbing yourself. I guess things could have gone worse. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. Sometimes it's lonely since my husband died. I'd say it's more like being alone, even surrounded by all these people. Not like I don't have enough to worry about, though. I'm glad to have a lad around. And you, Rook. Think about what to say. What do you think about the caravan? You mean, should we start kicking people out? That's a tough one. Usually I'd be the first to give you a dirty look for suggesting it. On the other hand, I got a sword in my back. I'll leave things for a long moment before sighing. Don't send anyone away. Just make sure nothing happens to Olette. I'll let you get some rest. Okay, thanks. I'll take you up on that. You know, you're welcome to keep me company when I'm a little more awake. I mean, I'll talk to you later. So is there a burgeoning romance between these characters? Because I'm down. Anyway, let's hope we don't die of starvation. I guess we got lots of people to eat. Well, we can always refer to cannibalism. And in 3, 2, 1... Starvation time! Alright! Doesn't look like we have much farther to go. Onar, the quirky old man with the leather headband, says, there's one thing I know better than women and meat, it's, well, nothing. But I know when a group could use some help. Just nod and let Onar make everything better. No questions now. What are you talking about? Fucking hell! God damn it! Fuck. Just, fuck. God. 1 second. Just give me a second. Just give me a second, alright? Alright, everybody. I'm back. Yeah. I just kind of loaded an earlier save because I was so pissed off at myself there for, immediately asking a question. We're doing slightly better this time. I did do an experimental thing. Oh, 1 second. Scout returns with a nearly frozen child and must have stepped on her in the snow. Almost stepped on her in the snow. Looks like she must have been running from something. Patches of blue mottle over pale skin, bare chest rises and falls ever so slightly. Even just carrying her along could kill her in a state like this, says a woman. We could be in danger here, points out another. Let's keep moving, because we're still a ways out. We still don't have much food. Oh. Fires stay alert for any threat while the caravan moves on. Healers rub the girl's arms and legs under their blankets to no avail. An hour later, one healer approaches you with tears in her eyes. She says nothing, only shakes her head. Well, if we, you know, kept on moving, if we stopped, we'd be dangerously, although that's a camp right there. Fuck, we should have stopped. Oh well, I'm not going to go back for that. I was just really disappointed about not immediately asking a question there, you know? But, yeah, I did do... Villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen are some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families that are reluctant to pick up their things and join you. Okay, sorry about that. Let me focus now and just tell you what the hell's going on. So yeah, disappointed in myself for immediately asking a question when we were in trouble. I loaded an earlier save. I did do an experiment where I just waited to see how long it would take for Juno to get there. She never shows up. I waited for like literally 50 days in game. So aside from that, yeah, I just loaded up again, started over. Here we are. This time I did things practically. I guess it's not the most... Oh shit, this is a great place to stock up on supplies. I'm gonna buy a whole lot. There we go. It's not the most... will on rest, 1 will per turn, 2 armor. What? Stores its own armor. I can't afford it though, I spent all my money on supplies. Oh well. It's not the most integrity-filled way to play this sort of game. Like, you should just live with your decisions. I recognize that. I just wanted to go back and not have immediately asked that guy a question. The rest of that was just experimentation, I swear. Although I'm doing better now, but that's outside the story. That's the game meta, I guess. Yeah, let's promote some people now. You're ready to be promoted. You're ready to be promoted. Alright, what level 5 items do I have? That's the strength boosters. What item do you have on you? Shit. 1 second. Oh, he's got that narwhal horn. That's kind of helpful. I'd rather have the higher strength, though, I think. Let's promote you. Yeah, let's promote you. Yes. Now you have the highest armor break in all the land. And higher armor. Yay! Probably should have raised his strength. Anyway, Eckel. Yeah, you're ready to be promoted, buddy. You did good, son. Yay! Okay, let's get out of here. And... let's see. We'll do one more event, I think, and then we'll call the episode to an end. Oh, come on, we were just in God, come on, guys, really? Really? Fuck it, god damn it. You notice most of the Varl pacing while the others sleep. Their brief conversations grow with each other and grow shorter and sharper. Go away, roars one Varl, a young girl asking him too many questions. All the clansmen stop and stare. What? Fuck. That sounds too aggressive. Like, what? Is everything okay? I'm impressed you kept it together this long. Shit. The Varl's embarrassment slowly morphs into irritation. We endure many pains, he says, sneering at the gawking crowd. As he stalks off, the crowd murmurs common insults about the giants. Shit. Now it's starting to devolve more into common stuff that you find in a lot of moral decision-making games. Like, no matter what choice you make, you always feel like you make the wrong one, which I'm not a big fan of. Someone's been nicking extra goods from the supplies, a concerned woman tells you. Counted them myself yesterday, no mistake. This keeps up, we'll all be starving before long. Post a few extra guards. To deter any theft, you discreetly place some trusted guards by the caravans. You hear a few people casually point out the extra manpower, but no one seems to raise an alarm for now. As well, they shouldn't. Anyway, that guy hasn't come up and talked to us yet, so I guess they only shows up if you're, like, doing really badly, which is good, I guess. Shit, another godstone! Love these things! So fucking cool. I really think that these are where the game is its strongest at. You know what? Here's what we'll do. As soon as we leave... You know what? As soon as we figure out the thing for the Godstone, get ready to leave, then I'm gonna end the episode. Yeah. I wonder what this guy's the god of. Looks like there's some people drinking to him, so... He invented beer! Probably. The imposing Godstone of Bjorf approaches. His severe visage makes it feel like he's watching you even now. Caravan spread out, happy to be free of the confining forest and empty fields. Well, if he's severe, why does he have drinking people on there? Hogan pulls you aside to show you some red berries growing on an ash tree that looks like it was chopped down long ago. These shouldn't be growing here, he says excitedly. I haven't seen these in a long time. He and Mogan busily go about collecting the berries. In fact, in honor to Bjorf, some of the caravan crack kegs of meat and wine before anyone can stop them. They only got the matters! They shout. Everyone drinks and you're glad for the merriment that has swept up the caravan. Now I'm curious. I don't... inspecting the Godstone doesn't always lead to things. What exactly are these, you ask Hogan? When I would travel to Bodersgard with my father, sometimes he'd buy us a few of these, Hogan replies. Couldn't be a luckier find. See for yourself. You try one and can feel energy returning to your tired limbs. Not taking a few more would be a wasted opportunity, you feel. As the hour becomes late, the caravan is eventually ready to get back on the road. The day by Bjorf Stone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune, you think to yourself. Oh, the Tistleberry! Yay! Oh, it looks like we did take those. Alright, anyway. Calling the episode here for now. Bye, guys. No, gotta stop saying talk to you. I'll see you guys later. Well, I guess we didn't get to that. Fuck. Alright, well, let's just get to this village town with the imposing music. Maybe there'll be a major... shit. Yeah. Mother's screams flood the caravan. Her daughter lies dead in a tent. We all know who did this, she spits, staring directly at the woman she scuffled with previously. Murder over a marriage? In these times, something must be done. The accused woman remains silent. Investigate the death. A healer joins you inspecting the young girl's corpse. An old infection, says the healer. No punctures, no choking, no poison. She died of disease. You report the news to the caravan. Mother admits she had never known her daughter was ill, and everyone moves on. Well, that went better. I guess that was the right decision.
Reinvik is more of a smattering of farmhouses than a proper town. Though judging by stray dredge stalking through empty fields, it is barely even that anymore.
Reinvik comes and goes along the long series of farmhouses abandoned and crawling with dredge. The farmers are probably already afraid to blow her bower's guard, try to hurry past but are eventually spotted. What is that? Points out Oddleaf up near one of the longhouses. In the distance, a large person, clothed seemingly covered in blood, is cursing loudly and stumbling about. He staggers into a longhouse, laughing. Dredge head in your direction, turned back, roaring, and began pounding on the longhouse door. They seem to be holding a grudge against this particular person. You doubt the dredge will hold for long. If they hold a grudge against him, I wanna figure out what's going on here, and we'll find that out. Exactly what's going on there next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry I kept on starting and stopping this episode and all that stuff. Hope it didn't detract from the overall story and so forth. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye!